Why, what's happening? It's almost as if I'm starting stream today. Way too fucking early to be civilized. Oh, I better get all the announcements sent out. Hi, Beans. How's it going? Oh, fuck, I forgot to start the music. Hang on. There we go. I mean, I was asleep. I couldn't have possibly. You caught me, viewer, in my nightwear. This is just how I sleep, as most people know and expect. I, Tessa, strong bed e-girl, sleep in my ahegao wear full time. But it's such a magical morning today because it's my birthday celebration subathon. Now, okay. That's right, 20 yards. We have a number of costume changes scheduled for today. Dependent on how long we make it streaming. Allow me to hide one of the Gale Tornadoes so that I can show you guys. The first costume change is that I take off the cursed hoodie. 20 yards. Oh, look at all those treats. Thank you so much. Don't mind if I do. I actually have a quite large treat here. It's a breakfast sandwich that somehow miraculously appeared on my desk and in my room since I went to bed. I think it must be the subathon fairy, and that I did not actually wake up 3 hours before the subathon started on almost no sleep. Pixel Pixie. Actually, it was like a week ago, but I had to delay the subathon. Don't tell anybody. Thank you, Didactical. Thank you so much. It means so much to me that you're all here with me on my special day. Wow, Maddox Ken, thank you so much for the 21-month resub. I've never seen a woman. Wow, Gist, thank you so much for the 21-month resub. How fucking fortuitous. I didn't realize my subathon was falling on Maddox and Gist resub day, which is a momentous occasion because, as we all know, Maddox and Gist were my first 2 subscribers before I even announced that I had been made an affiliate. It is gooey. Oh, this is my sleeping cap. As all pure-hearted human beings do, I, of course, sleep in a whimsical cap. 20 yards. Excellent. Splurging, are we? I will have to take the time while I'm talking to you guys. Don't worry, Todd. I actually have exactly, Pixel Pixie. I actually have a command. And so that reminds you guys that during September, today is the last day of which, Twitch will actually match 1 gift sub for every 5 gift subs you guys pay for. I've never seen a woman. So if, for example, someone like Didactical gave, what do you mean Twitch gave out 17 community gift subs? It did? That's how that works? Wait, I have to reread that. I could have sworn it was just 1 for every 5 that one of my people paid for. We'll add 1 gift sub for every 5 gift subs. Right, that's what the September thing said. There's a chance it rolls to give even more bonus ones. I see. Thank you, Didactical, for the 10 subs that resulted in an additional 17 from Twitch. I've never seen a woman. Thank you. Okay, I do have to make posts. I've never seen a woman on Instagram and Twitch story. There's a lot of people actually don't even see that I'm live unless I post it to Twitch stories. I've never seen a woman. So that's going to be extremely vital. I've never seen a woman. I hope that you are all having a pleasant morning. Or I've never seen a woman. Oh my God, math. 2 p.m. if you're in the UK, I think. Damn, Sarah! Wow! Thank you, Twitch, for giving me. I opened. I've never seen a woman. I opened Instagram to make the post to my story. I've never seen a woman. And the top post is just a reel of a woman with the fattest ass I've ever seen. I've never seen a woman. Man, my throat is fucked. I've never seen a woman. It is super early. I'm sure my throat will only improve over the course of the day. I've never seen a woman. That's right, Todd. Gooey, thank you so much for the hydrate. I've never seen a woman. Man, that's a lot of goddamn subs. It feels like I'm getting follow spammed, but they are in fact subscriptions, which means I'm getting money. I've never seen a woman. Okay. Posting to my Instagram story. I should have set this up beforehand. I didn't have time. I've never seen a woman. I've never seen a woman. Oh my God, all those subs. I'm
I've never seen a
be
woman.
streaming with a W all day. Come check in, colon, 3C. Okay. Wow, that's what Beans, 12 years. Look at that. I know, right, Gooey? And he feels so driven to remind us that he's never seen a woman over and over and over and over again. It's vital for him. We have many things which I might do today on stream. I'm looking forward to. I was thinking that I might try to beat Apollo Justice. I don't really know how much time is left in it. Because it's been a really long time since I played it, but it really feels like we're in the final stretch there. Oh yeah, Twatch. I'm definitely gonna want to link to Twatch. I can't believe how fucked my throat is and voice. How unfortunate. That's what happens. I honestly did get extremely little sleep last night. Alright. That's why I have this, my secret weapon, which I went out and I got from the corner cafe before I started streaming. It's a hot chocolate with a little bit of espresso. I think I've got the formula figured out. Because not only am I drinking hot chocolate with espresso to start, but then later in the stream, once we start doing more costume changes and I don the shock collar and I get my guests in here, the first of which should be appearing in about 3 hours. Which, I mean, are we at the 3 hour? We're at 3 hours on the timer already, so we're going to see a guest. Good shit. I'm going to start drinking. And something that I actually learned about drinking is if you have enough booze, it counts as sleep. It puts your brain in a state where it just starts generating REM activity. Maddox birthday, Ken, thank you so much for the $20 donation. Now, Maddox, Ken, did that increment the timer? Because I don't think that it did. Did you perhaps, Maddox, Ken, use the Stream Elements donation link instead of the Streamlabs donation link, which is the one that positively increments the timer? I probably should have said that sooner. We got to use the Streamlabs one today, which is why I put it in the donate link and also the link under the stream. But some prodigious donors, like, for example, Maddox Kent, might just have the donation link memorized, which means that I just need to manually add 20 minutes to the stream, which isn't the most difficult thing in the world to do. It's okay, Maddox. Don't even trip. Thank you very much for your donation. I'm very grateful. And look, I've incremented the timer for you. Mwah. I suspect that my increments of that timer do not count against the maximum allowed time that I will let the viewer increase the timer. Last time I streamed a subathon, I ended up going for like 13 hours instead of 12 hours. I couldn't figure out why. I think that I'm not going to open a hype chest Twitch. Would you fuck off? I think that might be why. Also, though, I did suffer just like a lot of connectivity issues. They were having like fucking server issues last time I tried to do a subathon, which was terrible luck for Tessa. But I guess Monday morning, which is when I start my subathons, is the optimal time because nobody's online or streaming. Let me show you guys something pretty sick. First of all, I hope you guys like seeing my room behind me because it's not going away. Second of all, hello, ZJ Mac, thank you. You may be used, viewer, to my streaming with these clippy mics, especially when I have a guest on, so that we can just each attach a mic to ourselves. And the audio quality is okay, and it allows for you to hear both of us, because these mics that this mic that I use is very, like, monodirectional, has a narrow range. It's really just for one person, which is why it's so good, because it means that I haven't even soundproofed this room. There's no foam back there. It's just the microphone. But seeing as I'm going to have additional people on the stream today, I've actually prepared a second microphone that's not recording right now. It would probably sound really weird to have me on two microphones at the same time. Although last time I tried it on Barry's stream, people said it didn't sound weird at all. I was sorely disappointed. So I'm gonna bust this bad boy out. I raided Barry's stream room late last night and I cut it off down here. Beans, thank you so much for the $20 donation. Yay, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's Maddox, it's true. I had completely fucking forgot that episode. Speaking of episodes of Star Trek we're not showing on the Discord, there's at least 2, I think maybe probably 3 episodes where a planet is having a disaster, but they don't want help from the Enterprise because they're too xenophobic. And the Enterprise and Picard is like, well, you have to admit they have a unique way of life, and it's just that they're fucking stupid assholes. All right, let me get this shit out of here. Oh wait, the confetti. Fuck. Where's my horn? Y'all get a free Tessa do out of me today. Hooray! 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 Now, I'm afraid that we have missed my time of birth somewhat, as I was, in fact, born around 8 a.m., as later guests to today's stream will be able to tell you. My God, every time I open my phone, it's just this fucking woman's ass. I'm gonna have to bookmark that. Okay, fine, good, thank you. I need to post to Twitch now. Oh my God. Yeah, Barry let me have 2 hot dogs, Todd. I raided a lot of shit from Barry's room last night in order to make this stuff work, and I'm honestly very pleasantly surprised that it works at all. Normally, I'm up late the night before a subathon desperately trying to troubleshoot shit and having a panic attack because I can't get it to function. But this time, I was simply up late the night before a subathon because I am bad at planning and didn't do any of the necessary but obvious work to prepare until the last second. Oh, good, Saris. But I wasn't born there, though. I was, of course, born in the enchanting state of Rhode Island. That's right, Gist. You have correctly interpreted my statement. Congratulations. I'm very excited. Where is it? As you guys can see, once we hit 2 hours, which is in a mere hour and 49 minutes now, 48 minutes even, I will be exchanging my traditional spiked collar for something a little more practical and functional. I think that I am going to start stream with Apollo Justice. I'm gonna try to knock that motherfucker out. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm hoping I can do it in like an hour. That would be ideal. I know they love to heap a lot of finale shit on me, and there's like a lot of stuff I haven't quite gotten to yet, but realistically, how many more witnesses can there be? It's like just Christoph Gavin. You know, it's funny. You know, you always have to get the real murderer on the fucking stand, even though that's not how court works at all in real life. It's how I measure time remaining in Phoenix Wright cases is how many more motherfuckers I have to talk to. Like when I was doing the 3rd case, I was like, okay, well, I haven't gotten Darian on the stand yet, so inevitably I'm going to have to wait for that. I honestly feel like it's just Christoph. Phoenix used his incredible VR hidden camera magic to show the jury how Christoph Gavin is a fucking piece of shit. All right, I'm going to open and start cutting slices off of this breakfast sandwich. This is now an unboxing. I'm just like the review bra, except I'm wearing better fitting clothes. I don't know, I can't hate. I was telling Barry yesterday when we were at the thrift store about, I was telling Barry yesterday when we were at the thrift store about my senior prom suit, which was decidedly too big for me. I could not find any stores selling a suit in a smaller size than 36. And I was pretty distraught over that. I felt like I had a weird and fucked up body as a result. And my dad sought to resolve this problem by taking me to his tailor, who was, hi from Soft Adept, who was the oldest man yet living in Providence, Rhode Island. And he tailored my suit like I was a fucking mobster in the 50s. I was all boxy. It was extremely unflattering and humiliating. So about par for the course with literally every other prom suit that any human being has ever worn. Oh, mercy. All right. Woo! I'm sure that my sleep deprivation has not in any way diminished my cognitive abilities. Just because last night when I was setting up the capture card, I literally forgot how to get the image from the card into OBS. I plugged in the HDMI in and HDMI out, and I was running the switch through the capture card to this monitor, and I was like, how does it get to the computer? There's some way to get it to the computer, right? I was just sitting there underneath my desk pondering this question. Alright. I'm realizing that I have absolutely no fucking appetite. I think the rest of the treats are gonna be sweet tarts, as is traditional. All right. Some Odyssey on the birthday docket? You fucking bet. We're gonna knock out Apollo Justice. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's sure as fuck not gonna take 12 hours. And Odyssey, Shot Caller Odyssey is gonna be the very next thing I stream. For a good minute. At least until I get tired of being electrocuted. Oh shit. Some individuals may experience dizziness and other stuff that you didn't give me time to read. Capcom. Here, let me shrink myself down here so I'm not blocking too much of the screen. You guys don't really need to see me, right? That's like not what you're here to see. Have I thought about if Twitch bonus gift subs contribute to test custom? I would say that they do not, because Twitch is incapable of giving me a game that it wants to see me stream. Also, I would say that even you guys' subs are not contributing to test custom at the moment, because Arbeat's not here to do that, and won't be until like 3 p.m., at which point the poor bastard is going to have to go through every sub that was given over the course of the entire day and figure out who wants what. Here, you know what? Where's my birthday gif? There it is. Let me put this really, really small.
I've never seen a woman.
Scouting! Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. And Twitch, thank you for the sole additional gift sub.
I've never seen a woman.
This looks good. I like this. This looks really reasonable. This doesn't look distracting at all. No, this is a really, really, really good idea.
I've never seen a woman.
It's funny because I'm like in beat face and then I'm wearing a sleepy time hat. Welcome to court. I am continuing this gist. I want to wrap it up, like I said. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant, Vera Misham, innocent or guilty? Man, I feel like you made it really fucking obvious, brother. The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Yes. I'm so glad the preparations are complete. You could have done all of this before the save point yesterday. Oh, let me change the game to Apollo Justice. I really feel like they revealed every single secret that is left to be revealed in this fucking thing. Hi, Christoph. Something important lost long ago. It's close now. So close. I don't know who's talking. I will say, I do find the little Twitch UI element of like a Homestar Runner looking character saying they added 1 gift sub to scouting gift subs to be very, very charming. Alright. October 9th, 10 a.m. What the fuck ever.
Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. I haven't had to do Apollo's voice in a hot fucking second.
Prosecution's ready to walk.
Are you? You had a fucking nervous breakdown last time.
Prosecutor Gavin, how's the defendant Vera Misham's condition?
You can't hear the game. That's crazy. Because you really ought to be able to. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, how's that? Yes, also no green screen. It is intentional. I'm gonna have guests joining me. I can't have the green screen up. The green screen ain't big enough for the both of us. It's just me today, which is why I am smaller than usual.
Acute ad hoc vein poisoning. According to her physician, she could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What? They can't put her on trial without her being here. Oh my god, I started doing Phoenix again. It is unusual. We should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them. Point of order, they canceled the trial of Zach Gramery because he disappeared into the ether. I don't know why they are not canceling the trial of this lady while she's in the hospital. They can't delay the trial any longer. They risk having no one left to try. Okay, so let her die.
Trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on.
Right. Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not gonna let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. Yeah, he actually showed you a cool VR cutscene. I'm gonna get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time.
Very well, your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Is it? Why did Mia Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she's done.
Clavier, I hate to break it to you, but Vera was poisoned with a troquinine. The exact same poison that took her father's life.
What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significant since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have...
I think I have objections. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. Muppet Robot, I will gladly stand up. Here, let me go back to the other screen for it as well.
I'm me?
Who did that? ZJ Mac, thank you so much for the $50 donation. Oh my god. Look at all this bullshit. Muppet Robot. Now, I'm not sure, as English is not my first language, as you've no doubt noticed from my accent, but I think they call this a hoodie. Yeah. Oh, I just noticed that we met my goal to comp myself for the breakfast sandwiches like an extremely long... No, that was actually probably just happened. No, sorry, Saris, it didn't play James Woods. I don't have the ability to do variations on the Streamlabs one. Here, you know what? Just for ZJ Mac, though. I will simulate a $50 donation via Stream Elements so that we can hear James Woods. I'd hate to deprive you of his dulcet tones. Everybody loves James Woods. He hasn't done anything to upset his viewing public at any point. All right, emulate, tip event, $50.
Don't jerk me around, fella.
ZJ Mac, thank you so much for the $50 donation. I took care of it immediately. All right. Also, while I've got these windows open, I need to set the new donation goal. Let's see here. So you guys may remember I raised money towards getting my first tattoo. There we go. But it turns out that it is actually more than I raised money for. So I'm raising more money for it. But I'm happy to announce things are progressing on that front. As I talked to Barry's tattoo artist, and I sent him the snake I drew, and he's gonna redraw it, and then he's gonna tattoo it on my lower back. And it's gonna be extremely painful and extremely expensive, and it's going to take a very long time. Anyway, the defense holds that Vera Misham is the killer, not the victim. Or the victim, not the killer. Here, let me budge this over. Thank you very much. So it's not blocking the dialogue. I do appreciate that.
If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us.
I'm gonna be real, Clavier. You're kind of a clown to not know this already.
How do you propose her killer poisoned her?
Azathoth, hello! Thank you for using the donate command and showing everyone the Streamlabs link, which is the one they have to use.
Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was.
Done and done, Brother Man Bill. Brother Man, specifically.
The prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned.
I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? Let's start with the how. How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I will focus first on the method used. Echo's in here. Oh, she's rubbing against me, you guys. Oh my god. Echo, now I know I just said I learned my lesson and I wouldn't try to pick you up, but it is my birthday stream and you are really soft and cute, and I cleaned up your vomit already this morning, which means you owe me. Ta-da! Yay! Yay! me! Ooh, she wants to kill me! Woo! All right. She still kind of smells like vomit.
Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin?
Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the
On me?
Azathoth, thank you so much for the $50 donation. Well, just no shit, she's not happy. But I was not happy to interrupt my subathon preparations at 6 a.m. to clean up her vomit from the carpet, because she refuses to vomit on the tile or the hardwood, which are both right next to the carpet. Thank you, Entrots. Hello. Oh, did you send a dad joke with it? Fuck. No, did I miss it? Did it not say it? No. Azathoth, can you post it in chat, please? The sun kind of whips fucking ass.
I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham?
Good morning, NRJ, I think. I don't actually know what side of the Atlantic you're in. Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham?
Check it out.
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle.
I actually have a bottle of nail polish on my desk here myself. Check it out. It's this nice glossy white. It's actually kind of shitty and bubbly on these fingers, but you can't tell because of the poor resolution camera. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? A tire. Very droll. Very droll. Oh, good, NRJ. Good afternoon.
What a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand.
Yeah, Azathoth isn't the only one getting in on the dad jokes. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Something the matter?
No, I just recognized my fag brother's brand of nail polish. It's nothing, really. No, nothing at all. So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it?
As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish.
Nail polish?
It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? This is what talking to old men is like.
Ah, my wife has red nails. I see. So she's been painting them all this time.
Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court?
Court is now back in session.
Yep. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Pretty dastardly of Christoph to have noticed she has a nail-biting habit and then give her poison nail polish specifically to apply if she ever leaves her home. He is, as she said yesterday, the devil. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit. He's talking like she's dead already. Oh, nice, Azathoth. Yeah, Echo, I know you want out. Tough titties. Of biting her nails.
Her nails? Ah!
Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails?
On me?
NRJ, thank you so much for the $25.
Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Mr. Justice.
Yes?
Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish?
Yes.
That bottle belongs to Vera Misham.
Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? Poor Clavier, this is so embarrassing for him. He has an older brother who's a psycho murderer.
Mr. Justice, you are about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation? Here, let me show you. 2 nubbins off your health bar.
Thank you, NRJ. That's okay, don't feel bad. I'm very happy to have you here. You clearly noticed it was a subathon. Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time.
Then let us ask. Who poisoned Vera Misham via her nail polish?
It's literally the first option. He's ridiculous that he's only 32.
What's this? Christoph Gavin?
What's your game? My bro? My bro! Aniki! There's no way you can do a thing like that.
You should know that better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars.
I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago.
But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable.
You already booked him for the murder of a dude he had no motive to kill. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. Poor Clavier. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Clavier is an interesting case, because he's not like Edgeworth or Francisca or Godot, that is a huge asshole who acts illegally in order to win trials, and so you, like, want to see them torn down. I mean, Clavier is a cop, and that's enough reason to want to see him torn down. But he doesn't really conduct himself even impolitely. He's pretty diplomatic with the defense.
If you feel there is a clear and passing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness.
Woo!
Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself.
You didn't fucking poison her. Good morning, Ellen. Why, who's that in chat? It's Ellen, who will be guesting on this stream in not too many hours. Hi, hi.
Okay, the defense is vicious granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13. Ooh, at Central Prison. No, he didn't name the prison.
Woo, yeah!
Your Honor, how nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
It's actually only been like a few months. And Trots, because he visits him. They're personal friends.
What do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never.
I think you already know Mr. Christoph Gavin.
Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself.
Why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss? Stiff upper lip Apollo, it's the sexual intimidation that he projects. You can do it. Does this bottle look familiar?
Ariadne nail polish? Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear.
She's not dead yet!
And was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about?
Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding people to not use Stream Elements and instead use Streamlabs.
I admit I respect her for her taste in nail polish.
Her taste, indeed, eh? This nail polish was how Vera Misham was poisoned.
A trochvene, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read.
Oh, do we have the yellow? We do have the yellow envelope. I pointed this out to you guys yesterday that there is a name on it, and it's not Christoph Gavin, but was somehow delivered to him in jail. I found a Reddit thread of people riddling out what it said. It is David Chrysler, which I guess is his pseudonym, but I don't know how it got delivered to his cell then. There's an address on here. Right, and a name I've never heard of. At least I think so. It's too blurry to read.
Even in solitary, what does he say? Much comes to my desk. I have nothing to do but read.
Hello, Lockshield.
Well, Clavier, maybe you can explain this.
You're being accused again. By him, again.
And you agree with this accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant Vera Misham. Please testify on this matter to the court.
Jum.
Holding's the same nail polish, just not a murder I make. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father and attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest that I was responsible for poisoning her father too?
I actually am. Can I just present the stamp to that? Okay, I'm gonna be nice and let Echo out of the room, even though she is a colossal pain in the ass. She's been scratching at that door for like 10 minutes. Okay, kitty. Alright.
Whoa!
I don't know why she's always fucking in here. Only to emerge as soon as I need to stream.
I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely.
Naturally.
For one, I don't even know the Mishams.
That's extremely not true.
Isn't that so, Mr. Justice?
No!
Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination.
I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. It's not the fucking first time, Apollo. Get used to it. But I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention, why? It's Druid September. It's when you guys... Oh, no! Really? You're gonna make me inspect this dickhead? Oh, cool. Does not a murderer make... So you'll notice he has a scar on his hand. I didn't realize this was right away. This is the coolest part of the fucking game. Boom. You will recall Vera saying, oh wow, and it only plays once. It doesn't loop more than once, even. You have to be looking at it to catch it. You will recall Vera saying that when he gave her the nail polish, she saw the devil. Boom. Very spooky.
Gotcha!
It was you who killed Drew Misham.
A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. White.
Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said, her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and little devil appeared to give me the news.
And let's assume, for the sake of arguments, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too?
Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth.
The man must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is.
But you found a way all the same, and I found it too. This is how you poison Mr. Misham. Yeah, we really are just treading well-trod ground at this point. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. A troquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. I should have a subathon tag on the stream, huh? Here, I'll cut... Could I cut accroachment? Dare I cut accroachment? I didn't have to. Okay, I had another slot open. I dursn't, and trots. A troquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin.
So am I to understand this stamp was a murder weapon?
Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. Ooh. We cut to the chase surprisingly quickly. I had assumed that that fucking devil appearing on his hand was at the very end. That is all, Your Honor. His hair looks disappointingly shitty from the back.
Order! Order! Poison on the back of that stamp?
After Drew Mission was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. It was Phoenix Wright, with an illegal hidden camera. Don't think too hard about it. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Mission write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? Poor Clavier, he doesn't even have anything to do.
My, you've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this point, Justice. All you'll need to do is recall witness Spark Brushel's testimony.
Well, that's the thing, you see. After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer.
Yes, a stamp.
No, recall this dude, Entrance.
A so-called postage stamp, end quote.
If I was looking for a stamp, ergo he had no intention of using this stamp.
What are you getting at?
What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in the frame. It was mere coincidence that he used it that night. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence? He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder.
What?
Really, Clavier. What does this say?
Fuck, can I not look inside it anymore? No. Okay, well, I guess that means I don't need the evidence inside it.
You should be seeing Sworzy's weak-spined bluffs by now.
He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Mission would use that stamp that night? Clavier, or rather, Kristoff sent a dude in to steal all his other stamps. Least of all, Kristoff Gavin locked away in his cell.
Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called.
Thank you, Snow Regard. Hello, it's so good to see you. Welcome to my birthday subathon.
The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Kristoff. Clavier? Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Kristoff. What are you saying? Prosecutor Gavin! Hair forehead. What was your accusation again?
Huh? Oh, it was that.
This poison stamp killed Drew Mission, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Mission would use the stamp. Yes, that's right, which is why it couldn't have been planned. Tell me, it needs to be planned? Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Mission died by that stamp. That's all.
Coincidence?
Kristoff, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject.
Wow, an actual rhetorical technique.
If that's not bluffing, what is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Kristoff. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well. I shall take his claim head on then. Justice.
What?
You accuse me of Drew Mission's murder, yes? Then allow me to ask you, what possible reason would I have to kill a painter?
Apollo, motive. He's talking about a motive.
Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney would come to want to kill a painter.
Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose. So, what does it mean? It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. Like this fucking page of forged evidence.
A motive for murder. This is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital.
That's pretty vital.
Well, Mr. Justice,
I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence.
Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Bisham?
Please let me present the notebook page. Garrulus, thank you so much for the treat for test redeem. What are those, like a waffle? I feel like a fucking animal. Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place.
And why was that?
Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence.
I've seen that before.
Why didn't they use the other judge for the flashback case?
Page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Grammary's diary, which I recognize immediately, obviously.
When Attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes? This was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven. So defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? Yeah, Phoenix is always drunk with the prospect of victory. And why would they? Just out of curiosity. Do you remember this letter? Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. This is the first page. I'm
never seen a
Bozo.
woman.
Thank you so much for the 10 months. It's true, Duke Vulture. Well, you see, I am doing a subathon right now, as you can tell by the big scary Majora's Mask timer above my head. And so I might end up going very late into the evening if you, my beloved viewers, are generous enough. This is the first page. And this is the second.
Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery.
The enclosed stamp was none other than the poison commemorative stamp. Hello, Bird Scout. How are you? Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious, tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery.
To keep them from talking?
But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. Poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years.
Herr Forehead, you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding these two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright!
Yeah, he probably did do that. Sorry, but that's not how this is gonna go down.
Oh, then how will it go down?
I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there at the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
Oh, God, the Trucy voice is fucking murder on my cords, dude. And one more thing.
I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your...
Oh, I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday.
I understand I'm asking the impossible of you.
Hi, Vega. Thank you very much. I am having a happy birthday. I hope very much that it continues to be happy, and I am confident that with your help, viewer, it will. yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. That's right, Duke Vulture. You might have noticed the birthday overlay there, or the name of the stream, or alternatively, all this shit when I click over to this screen. Hi, Gale Tornado. Hi, 02? From Darling in the Franxx? It's a terrible anime, don't watch it.
And that was enough.
Phoenix Wright was put on this case the day before the trial started.
I've never seen a
Iggy,
woman.
thank you so much for the 20-month resub and for extending the timer. You didn't have time to request a forgery.
It was the day before?
Now here's a question. Just who was Shadi Enigmar's previous defense attorney? No shit, really?
No, this can't all be.
I guess that finally provides a link between Kristoff and this magician bullshit. But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Kristoff Gavin.
Order, order, order. What is the meaning of this, witness? I mean, defendant, former lawyer.
Oh, that's right. Look, you can see the point on his lapel where the defense attorney's badge used to be attached.
Let me begin by denying this.
It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin.
And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the courts the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield.
Just, at least in the US, that is most commonly used for a lapel pin.
Our forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence?
Maybe I do, man. Let me fucking look through it. I remember from the flashback that Gavin and Shadi recognized each other the night he was killed. What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
Evidence! Evidence that shows this man, Kristoff Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier. Just prove it! Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case.
He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. And proof is the only way I can. Some Kingdom Hearts shit. What proves Kristoff Gavin's link to Drew Mission?
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Kristoff Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Mission 7 years ago. Prove it.
It can be proven.
Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not... Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice?
I am.
Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. Very well, but if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty.
Yeah, but it's so easy at this point. You've given me literally all the information I need.
Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice.
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Kristoff Gavin to Drew Mission. And I have something that clearly does the job.
Very well, Mr. Justice.
That's right, Todd. I don't think I'm still going to be I don't think I'm still going to be playing this in 2 hours when I swap to the shock collar. But in the vain chance that I am, I will shock myself on wrong evidence. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Show us the link between our witness and Drew Mission.
It's nice how they spend all that time in the VR time travel machine setting up the pins, and then you just get to knock them down. This evidence proves there's a link.
That scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that.
Is there some problem?
There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting. Good old Phoenix Wright Getting up to his old forging evidence tricks. Ha ha ha. Here, let me see if I can... Did that get it? No, it didn't. There's that box behind the goals. Do 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 do. There you are.
Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this?
I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell?
No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit.
Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter.
Reproduction?
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. Oh! That's eye going. What? Ooh, look at his face get all lined. I do quite like Christoph. He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. Which is a felony, I think.
Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin?
Prosecutor Gavin?
As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my boss isn't capable of making rational judgments at the moment.
Arbeat! Hi, hello!
Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied.
What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice. Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him.
Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination.
The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. And I'm tired of the whole useful angst scene. Excuse me, and I'm tired of the whole useful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph?
Olivia, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret.
This is toxic, Yowie. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours?
Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clefia.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember what's really important to you.
You amuse me, Herr Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't, not even once. 7 years ago, when I was even hotter than I am now and looked more ripped, even though I was 7 years younger and therefore 17, I think. Finally, you just couldn't resist, could you, Herr Wright?
Resist what? Presenting solid evidence?
Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? Prosecution would like to call a new witness.
Oh, by the way, last night I went to courtrecords.net and I looked up the sprites from Apollo Justice because I was so enjoying Christoph's animations yesterday that I wanted to see a record of them. The original sprites look so much better than the redraws, it's heartbreaking. I think the redraws in this case look pretty good. The redraws in the Steam release of the first 3 Phoenix Strike games in a compendium, not so good, really not that great. These redraws look pretty good for redraws, but they just can't compare with the original.
State your name and occupation for the record.
I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times.
Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural?
Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. In the next moment, you call in Drew Misham. It was almost as if...
Almost as if. What?
Funny, it didn't even occur to me to wonder. Yes, it did occur to me. Now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence.
Oh! Correct. I know that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Christoph.
What? I'm gonna do my weirdo face again.
It was the night before the trial. It was a dark and stormy night. Clavier. Christoph? Odd seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial.
Ooh! Look at the atmosphere.
I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then... I've wondered about that time. How did Christoph know so much?
Prosecutor Gavin.
Christoph, we were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings? Which would have included Magnafie's diary, wouldn't it?
Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You
I'm
please
me?
dismiss the forest.
Arbeat, oh my god, thank you so much for the $75 donation. We're already at 7.5 hours projected maximum length of the subathon. Well over half. Thank you guys all so much. You're very generous. I always get worried when I go live with a subathon that we're not going to make the end goal, and then we do anyway. Hooray. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin.
You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo, I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. Weirdly cool line for Apollo. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough.
7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Cramoy. 2 cards. 1 card.
Or maybe that was Zach.
1 card. Show that time. I don't know which of us is saying this.
Good morning, Ezer!
Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go.
Thank you, Ezer.
To be honest, I didn't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to know as a conclusion.
Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. who's watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. Of course, if Clavier commissioned the forgery and was the original defense, he was prepared to use the forgery to illegally win against his own brother too. Garrulus, I think that, like Manfred von Karma before him, the idea might be that the reason Christoph Gavin has such a stellar law record is that he forges evidence. But it's from the opposite direction as Manfred von Karma, because he is a defense attorney and not a prosecutor.
I couldn't believe it. Phoenix White? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me, and then with that pitiful excuse for a man? He deserved to die for that error alone.
Calmest German. Hold it! Why wouldn't you play him saying hold it? So the one who requested that forgery was...
Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these two men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Lamoy both deserved what they got.
So you asked Mr. Misham to forge that evidence, so you could win. But then, when you were dismissed as Zach Gramery's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap.
You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass.
I'm me?
Who did that? Ezer, thank you so much for the $25 donation. Hooray! Thank you, Ezer.
Everything went perfectly.
Who's laughing? Oh, okay.
Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Perfectly? You're mad, Christoph. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end?
Cancelled when the defendant vanished.
I get it. So, Christoph, you've been living in fear for 7 years.
What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance. So you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years.
You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said every day for 7 years. But I felt it too. Journalist, sir, he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a minute. Zach Gramery was seen by this reporter? How was that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years?
Finally. I knew this moment was coming. Just didn't think we'd get here so fast. They are really wrapping this up quick. I have a lot of respect for that. Zach Gramery, gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father. What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him! Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler.
I remember him quite well. Shoddy Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic.
The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramery. It's true gist. Thalassa is a little lighter. Maybe Trucy just never leaves that. Trucy does perform at a bar every night, which is in the dark. I guess she just never goes outside. What is it, Apollo?
Poisoned while enjoying a succulent Chinese meal?
Huh? Keep going. We'll talk about it later. Did she already know?
Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this?
Totally, Your Honor. It all started 7 years ago. Great magician Magnifi Gramery's death started it. Magnifi Gramery's death and his student Zach Gramery the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. RB, still no word. She is still in critical condition, but not yet dead. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the impossible, or the unthinkable, rather. He forged evidence.
Drew Misham?
Actually, it was his daughter Vera who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin?
Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble.
That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers.
A Torquenin, applied to a commemorative stamp.
But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off.
His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp. I see.
But that wasn't the only bomb he set up.
The Ariadne nail polish.
Of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. She's so cute.
Oh!
That nail polish was her good luck charm.
She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself.
That's true, Stream Elements. Thank you for reminding everybody. We do have costume changes and shot caller intensity increases scheduled every 2 hours. I didn't remember whether I typed that while I was in a sleep-deprived haze last night getting ready for the stream. So I'm very glad to see that I did.
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself.
You'll notice that the first shot caller intensity increases putting it on at all because I'm not wearing it right now.
She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me.
Yes, apparently she received something, a gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made.
Just so, Ellen. It was his insurance.
Insurance?
As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. What if she had to go outside?
If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous, and the nail polish would do the rest.
This time bomb sat there for 7 years, and then they went off almost simultaneously. Also, thanks for reminding everybody, Stream Elements. Guys, if you want to give gift subs to extend the subathon timer, Twitch will actually also give some free gift subs, which is, well, free to you, but I still get paid for them, presumably.
If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time.
Arbeat, it's actually randomized. It's not necessarily only one for every 5, because earlier somebody gave out 10 gift subs and then Twitch gave out 25. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said?
Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction.
Wait, what did he say? What?
Claffia, surely you understand. We're back to the evidence, the lacking evidence. Nothing proves the link between him and the Torquenin that took True Misham's life.
What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gramery to keep him from talking.
I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shelby Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive.
Okay, then why did you kill him?
I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here.
No, but you were doing so well, Apollo.
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent.
Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence.
You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish.
I've never
Holy
seen a woman.
shit. Trot, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. And Twitch,
I've never
thank you
seen
for
a
the
woman.
additional 2. We are now past 8 hours on the
I've
timer.
never seen a woman.
I might increase the
seen a
amount
woman.
that you have to pay to increase the timer.
I've never
it's being
seen a
filled
woman.
since you guys are being so generous.
I've never seen a woman.
Uh,
I've never seen a woman.
shit.
I've never
I
seen a
can't do
woman.
this kind of math. Fuck,
I've
I
never
need to
seen
pull
a
up the
woman.
goddamn calculator.
I've never seen a woman. I've never seen a woman.
Okay.
I've never seen a woman.
Jesus, those are a lot of gift subs. Alright. And... okay. Aw, man. They have never seen a woman. You can't make the timer increment by partial seconds, even though it does display partial... Actually, I guess it doesn't. That makes sense, actually. Alright, cool. Thank you guys very much for all of your generous contributions.
Who then was responsible for causing their mission to bite her nails?
I don't know what they were talking about.
Let's assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing their mission to bite her nails? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you.
What?
On account of you're so stressful for her. Evidence is everything. There's nothing more.
Who's gonna tell him?
I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion.
Your Honor!
Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing.
I agree, Todd. I said earlier the back sprite is really disappointing. Arbeat, believe it or not, nobody has to pull anything.
Isn't that right, Clefia? Unfortunately, yes, Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system.
Ah! That's right! I totally forgotten! The jurist system!
Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. The new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke?
Tat, thank you so much for the $10.
What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional, morbid, irrational mouth pleasers?
Least elitist German man!
Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense! There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riff-raff out. Out, I say!
Christoph has a full-on breakdown because they do a single jury case in the entire legal system.
They're not in the court, actually.
They're watching everything by video camera. It's you, viewer. You're the jurist.
How can you allow this?
Incidentally, one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright?
I love when you slam the desk. There's no lobster to levitate this time, though.
So, everything was leading to this. Of course. Right. Right. Right.
Ah! Now that is an Ace Attorney breakdown. Thank you very much. I like how they tease it out. Because he has, oh my lord, he has a mini breakdown at the beginning where he just punches the desk and the lobster levitates. I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law! The law is everything. Law is absolute. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216. One after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot attorney to lie for him. You think this is bad, this chicanery. He's done worse. That diary page. You tell me evidence just happens to be forged like that. No, he commissioned it. Phoenix. You'd let ignorant swine soil your courts? Hi, Remy.
Christoph, it's over.
Clavier.
The law is absolute. You can't be serious.
What?
Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute.
Yes, Bremy, because it's 10 a.m. for me, and I crawled out of bed at the beginning of the stream.
The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge, like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and errors. It is
Very good, Drop Pilgrim.
It is this fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing. You've stopped.
Yeah, famously the law is very easy to change. That's why Supreme Court justices don't stand for very long.
You're not needed anymore.
I couldn't think. Oh my god, no. Uh-oh. Okay. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. Yeah, this is what, your fourth trial? But someday, I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. In all those later games where I'm the protagonist, right?
I see.
Oh, Arbeat, thank you for reminding me. I need to add another new redeem. My mods know, but you don't, viewer, that there's actually a number of redeems that I added but are not presently active. Guest pig squeal cute. All right. I have to turn that off for now because I don't have a guest yet, but it's gonna happen eventually.
I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial for Vera Misham, accused of murdering her father.
Insanely progressive stance for Clavier to have, by the way, as the fucking district attorney. To say that the law is not absolute and the law needs to be constantly changing. That is an insane, that is like a pseudo-anarchist point. That the law must be in a constant state of revolution.
The painter Drew Misham.
What the fuck was it?
This began as the trial of Vera Misham, accused of murdering her father, the painter Drew Misham. However, several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision, jurists of the court. For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant Vera Misham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter.
Oh my god, that shitty static. October 9th, 12:48 p.m., Jurists' Chambers.
This ends the trial for this case.
I think this is Phoenix speaking.
Only the verdict remains to be decided.
Remains to be decided, probably.
Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care.
Yep, there he is.
If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent.
They are clawing their way towards something resembling real law, where it's just about whether or not the defendant did it, not whether you can prove some other motherfucker did it.
The panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all.
Please, wait.
Yes, jurist number 6?
There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists.
That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case.
With the development of the case? I see.
Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely. Judge well.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright, as a dude involved in this case closely and personally, should not have been allowed to select the jury, and this lady definitely should not have been allowed to be on it. I was looking at the achievements for this game last night. Apparently there is an achievement for choosing not guilty here, but I'm not gonna fucking do that. Or not for choosing guilty here, rather, but I'm not gonna do that shit. Come on, it's gotta be not guilty. Be serious. Confirm. And check it out. What? Fucking, you cannot put her on that. You cannot put her on the jury. Is she even a citizen?
And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m.
Just, that would have been really funny.
The first verdict under the jurist system.
Yeah, Ezra. I don't know why either. Somebody yesterday, I think maybe Gist, suggested that Edgeworth pulled strings for him, which is the best explanation I've seen.
Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show,
Hey, Christoph, how's it going?
that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before, or since.
In the courtroom or just in general?
A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. Christoph Gavin is such a cool fucking villain.
I like him as a villain so much more than Dahlia Hawthorne. And I really like Dahlia Hawthorne. I think there's a great case to be made in comparing them. Dahlia Hawthorne is the overarching villain of the first game, and Christoph is the overarching villain of the second game, or the first game, the third game, and Christoph is the overarching villain of the fourth game. Because Dahlia Hawthorne is a supernatural antagonist. She's the daughter of a spirit medium, and she returns as an evil ghost to haunt the protagonists. It's like the culmination of all the spirit channeling bullshit that they've been building up to for 3 games. And I think she forms a very strong point of comparison with Christoph Gavin, who is, in contrast, a huge banality of evil guy. He is not a spirit channeler. He is not a mystic. He doesn't have any magic powers. He is a lawyer and a criminal. And he is able to achieve what I think is a much more compelling vision of evil for those reasons. Because he is the sort of evil person who exists in real life. Yes, these are test PJs. Thank you, Cordwainer.
October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. She's being looked after by Dr. Hickfield. Fucking excellent. Oh, I'm so glad. Boy, is she in good hands. Vera, I'm so glad Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Vera, Hey now, don't you start crying too!
Sorry you had to see us like this.
No.
Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails.
No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world, to see things with your own eyes.
Looks like that poison had some effect after all. It cured her agoraphobia. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future.
I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you.
No, really, it's okay.
Oh! Oh, look, it's me! I love it, thanks!
Is that me?
You really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least.
That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy. Except he's not a lawyer anymore.
It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize.
Hey, I'm right here. What's up? I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier.
You mean that stack of videos? Mr.
I've
Wright
never
finished
seen a
watching
woman.
them all. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Diesel Shot. I hope Joe Schmo enjoys it. The timer's incrementing, right? I never look at the timer until after the sub happens.
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
You did what, huh?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Grammary, after all.
Very droll Cordwainer. Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
That's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano.
That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you, too, even if your voice is kind of loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy.
Teehee. Oh, Trucy.
Yes, Vera?
I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it?
Oh, he's not been knighted. Yet.
Thank you, Stream Elements, for reminding everybody that to prolong the subathon, you have to donate at Stream Labs and not Stream Elements, because the Stream Elements subathon plugin has been broken for as long as I have been doing subathons.
Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection! Ahem.
Not loud enough, and I like Ms. Magic underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo. We had to get in one more mention of my panties before the end of the game. You might have thought this was respectable.
So, your memory's returned.
Mr. Wright,
I guess she wouldn't be French anymore, huh? Because she would have her normal, natural accent.
Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan, too?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamirar.
But you knew my true identity, did you not?
That is why you chose me as one of your jurists.
You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there's no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy.
Of course it is a happy thing. For so long, I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. this too, I think, is thanks to you.
Are you gonna tell them?
They do not know.
She's kind of speaking like she's still foreign. Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I didn't see fit to tell them. I'm sure it hasn't caused any problems. I don't know. None of my business.
I will go to them when the time is right. Until then,
Don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least. I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet.
Yes?
I've seen a lot of mysterious things in the past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all. Phoenix, you literally have a magic gem that gives you psychic powers. You are, okay. I guess he didn't see any spirit channeling over the past 7 years. Hey, Apollo, fucking front-facing Apollo sprite. Please let him blink. Please let him blink. Please give him a blink cycle. Please, I'm begging you. Please let him blink. Come on. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Gavin's office. And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine. And I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Very good, Cord Waiter.
Such a small thing, that bullet. Yet it tore who I was away. "10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. Also, my dad is extremely dead now. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memory has returned. I am myself once more, and fucking everyone I knew is dead. For the first time, I am glad to be alive, Mr. Wright."
Speaking of miracles, Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are.
It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken, sometimes a life is spared.
You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. It's a comforting thought, Phoenix. And that's pretty much the end of my story. For now, anyway. They never made another fucking game about me. I've still got a long way to go. What are you wait, at this power of mine. Well, there's hope now. We lost it, so we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Cords a seal. Here comes justice. Fuck yes. See, I knew it was only gonna take me an hour and a half. I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Trucy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
Trucy Grammary? Frankly, I got my doubts. But Hat Grammary, now that'll pack 'em in.
Yeah, RB, I really respect that this case did not waste my time. It set up a bunch of cool shit during the VR time traveling segment, and then just let me knock the pins down.
It's not every day you get the tires that swaks hard as in one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The caffeines are breaking up. The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session.
Yeah, RB, I actually thought this game ended remarkably strong. The last case of this game is super, super, super good. And I think more than makes up for the latter half of the third case, which is garbage. Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, Cord Waiter, people are making this joke all the time. I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam. Again. No, stay a piano player! Yeah, I actually thought that was really, really, really cool, and I'm glad I knocked it out at the beginning of this. I couldn't believe how much I was enjoying this game after the third case. So I was standing around eating snack-hoos the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding. Ah, the power of science. Though the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Yeah, Christoph Gavin is a fantastic villain. The way they incorporated the flashback was really cool. The time traveling thing, I honestly really, really liked as a gameplay mechanic. I don't care that it's sort of fourth wall stretching. It was just a good game. I wish they made it a little less obvious that Lamirar was what's-her-face. In the unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than the restaurant is borscht. Ah, but if greater challenge is being required, then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. Bye. What was I saying? I feel like they could have made it a little less obvious that Lamirar was Thalassa Grammary, and also they maybe could have given her bigger tits. I know, it looks like me before I changed my hair color, right? I was gonna say, they cut the mechanic in this game where at the end of the case you present a piece of evidence to someone to get a little extra story. I was expecting that at all of these, but it never happened.
So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back to its eastern roots. Spread the culture and all. Yo, boss, something time.
This is how we write root, capiche?
But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss, PR time.
And this is how we write people, alright?
Not that Walkie's paying any attention. Kids.
Cordwainer. I don't think like every character in this game should have had huge tits. Like Trucy and Emma and Olga all look great as they are. But Lamirar's entire thing is that she's gorgeous and enchanting.
Bizoy, Chinese characters on Kick was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Believe that. Man, you want to make it today, you got to keep it real. Know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker, for real. I know it don't look like no cracker, G. What, you want me to call it the OG muffin?
Hi, Clanked. How's it going? If anyone in this game should have had big tits, it's Lamirar. I mean, come the fuck on. That's true, Bremy. They should. Well, they could actually.
I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one, too. See, this time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Eldune's Noodles is about the salt. Salt forever.
Bremy, actually in this game, because you do the focus thing as Apollo, you can pan a lot further down on the character sprite than would be normally possible when they're behind the witness stand. So they could have like that one lady who couldn't fit in the airplane seat. You know what I'm talking about, right? They could have her and you just see the bulge above. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me the unequivocal fuck you. You say they used to call me Wesley Stinkler and Wesley Sticky Hands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure. Anyway, yeah, they could have had like a woman proportion like that, and you like just see her hips blossoming out just above the witness stand, and then when you go into focus mode, you actually pan down and see the full breadth of it. Cordwainer, I couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks, Florian Seidel. I'm sorry I missed some of Wesley's dialogue there. He spoke too fast. That was a problem in the case as well. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song. She is really gorgeous, Jesus fucking Christ. But... Whoa, your bracelet's so strange.
Why are you in jail? Brushle. Finally, Brushle here, back on the beat with another interview. Hey, how do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop, but journalists' confidence in mid condition, end quote. They put me in jail for some reason.
Probably just, yeah. But I like that they have a MILF. They could have made her face a little more lined, but they're always cowards like that.
I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
You don't maybe want to get out of this house where you were shut up for 19 years and where your dad died horribly? Original creators / series director Shu Takumi. Takumi, what is wrong with me? Takumi shit. Aww. 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 Where the fuck is Valant? We didn't talk to Valant. Where the fuck is Valant? He was like the #1 dude I expected to see at the end. Where's Valant? Okay. Congrats, you've unlocked a special bonus in the music and background settings screen. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Commemorative by Nuri Kazuya, probably. Okay. There it goes. All right. That's it for Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. No, I don't think I'll continue on to the next game if Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. What a cool game. I was so fucking down on this game. In the third case, I was so exasperated. There weren't enough suspects to make it interesting. They basically just told you who did the murder. He was way too obviously suspicious. The character designs were over the top and annoying. The trail of evidence made no sense in the latter half. The train of thought they wanted me to follow was often incomprehensible. That shit sucked. But oh my god, that last case. So Apollo Justice is definitely more of a trials and tribulations type situation, or less of a trials and tribulations type situation, where the entire game is like one unified arc where all the different pieces interact with each other and form a beautiful whole, and more of a like Justice for All type game, which is another game, coincidentally with only 4 cases, where I think that one of the cases is pretty weak, but the finale is extremely strong. Actually, in that game, it's also the third case that I think is weakest, and the finale is extremely strong. Is it like a standard that the like third case is considered the weakest in these games? Oh, it's my birthday, by the way, in case you guys didn't know about that. Justice for All is the one that goes, yes, it was the second one. Maggie Bird accused of murdering her boyfriend. Maya accused of murdering the doctor during spirit channeling, the case with Eenie Miney, the do. Thank you, Cordwainer. And then the fucking circus case with Max Galactica, which is extremely annoying. And then the finale, which is fantastic. I know Gist doesn't like it. I fucking love the finale to Justice for All with Shelley DeKiller and Matt on guard. I think that the idea of your client just being like really transparently guilty is really good. Although it's stupid that Phoenix there has to be in a hostage situation to contrive Phoenix into defending a guilty party. And the trick with Adrian Andrews, although it doesn't work as well in English as it did in Japanese, I still think is pretty clever, and you won't necessarily catch it. I see, Gist. Okay. Do you think the clown's tits are getting sore from all that suspender snapping? Cord waiter, I actually know some spoilers about that character. I think she's from the fucking last Phoenix Wright game. So not even Dual Destinies, the one after that, which must be Spirit of Justice, which I may or may not stream. I'm not enthusiastic about the 3D graphics, at least not in Dual Destinies. I've seen a lot of 3D graphics that look bad, but more recently, I've been seeing 3D like character models that look pretty all right, like Gale Tornado here. I think it might just be the gap between Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice where the graphics improve. And I don't know like where the historical setting Ace Attorney games fit into that. Her tits do that in the game? Yeah, have you ever fucking played one of these games? They fucking better do that. It's an Ace Attorney game. Did you not see how few giant tits there were in that game? Apollo Justice? There were 0, zip, zilch. What happened to April May bouncing her titties with her lapels, huh? I thought I was playing a Phoenix Wright game. My mistake. All right, I'm gonna set up Mario Odyssey. Let me just slither under this desk here. Please excuse me, viewer. Agreed, Duke Vulture, thank you. You know, one day they may invent a better means of switching to the Nintendo Switch capture card than slithering under your desk, but it is not today. I wasn't dead, please. Alright, shut the fuck up. I do not wish to continue on to the next game. Get out of here, Phoenix Wright. It's time for... Oh, please, come on.